the worst diet when it comes to being guided. The diet is you eat fat as a primary source of food and protein as a secondary, and you drink water and put salt in your thing. That's the diet, basically. If you can handle it, you can eat eggs and maybe bake. Oh, meat, not meat, beef. But if you can handle it, you can add bacon, maybe as a snack. If you can handle it, you can eat dairy, but you will likely gain weight. It's May 19, I feel like it's somebody's birthday, 2024. It's Sunday, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I've been having a lot of flashbacks of late, and like struggling to get them out of the way, to deal with them. I wish it were, as easy as whatever that's in the past and move on. But unfortunately, that's not how my life is and my emotions of late. I don't know if it's of late or I'm noticing more of that now, but it has always been happening or what. I really don't know. It's a lot going on. Some of the things are triggered, I think, because of going to therapy. So you open up, all that. It's a can of worms, which basically is Xhosa for the can of worms. So that's, it's like PTSD basically, and all these things coming back, and they're not welcome, they're not invited. Maybe they are somehow invited in the form of triggers around us. I don't know. Yesterday I just had this thing. I probably should have talked about it yesterday when it was bugging me, but I was so caught up and so stuck in that moment and trying to move on from it that sometimes you forget what tools you have to use, and you just get really caught up. I found myself thinking of something that happened to a family member that was traumatic to all of us because the person could have died. And I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want to go back to that place in my head as well. But, oh shoot, this doesn't fit. Fuck. I feel like it should be able to fit. So close. No, it doesn't. It's fine. So, I was like, stuck there. And I replayed the whole thing from the phone calls to the this, and thank God so-and-so was there. Otherwise, this could have led to a worst-case scenario. I don't want to replay all of it. And I just was so stuck. And I'm like, why? Like, I'm having a nice day. I'm relaxed. I even took a nice nap, which felt like forever. I wish I had one of those phones, or of those watches that tell you how long you've been sleeping. I kind of do, but I don't have one. And because I'll be taking naps and I'll be like, man, that felt like a 5-hour nap, but I don't know how long it was. Or I'll sleep and I'll wake up feeling wide awake at like midnight. I'm like, I don't know how long I really slept for. So, I was having a nice day, nice relaxed day, and this came to my mind. And now, I'm like, oh my God, now what? And chatted with ChatGPT for a little bit just to distract myself and get some positive whatever-ation. So that was nice. And ultimately, I think, and I went on Reddit and I listened to, I'm heavily doing research on the carnivore diet. I think, I'm still in the early stages. Started end of April, the very last days, like the last 3 days or so, 2 days or maybe even. And now we're the third week of May, so it hasn't even been a month. And so I'm going through like those stages. I'm trying to figure out what is what and who is who. I'm not super like paying attention to what I'm saying. That's why I'm using things like what is what and all that. I start a sentence not even knowing like why I started it like that. How do I bend this candle again? Anyway, so all of that helped me because I went back and I did more like research on the thing, and I was listening to that, and my attention went on that because it's something that's important to me, and it gets my attention because I want to learn. So my mind went there, and I would keep testing my mind by trying to remember the thing that was bugging me. It was still bugging me. I was like, no, I'm not ready to go back there. Let's just keep moving. So I moved as far away. I listened, I think, to a podcast. Bullshit, clickbait. I keep telling myself, don't listen to this person again, because they do like introduction to a podcast, so they'll do like half of it and the rest is on their Patreon. But even the 30-minute one that they have here, even 50-minute that they have here, is all just filter, just nothing. And the real meat and potatoes is on their Patreon. That's fine, but to do a whole hour of nothing is crazy. You really want people to sit here and invest in an hour of nothing at all? That's crazy, right? Even you can even give somebody something in 10 minutes, let alone. I've been doing it for 6 minutes here, and I've already covered the gist of what I came here for, and I'm ready to go. And I haven't even been paying attention to what I'm saying. I'm just rambling half the time. So maybe it did do its job because it distracted me and pissed me off. Like, what, are you kidding me? So it shifted my focus and my worry. And after that, I don't remember much. I just know that I played a podcast and I was like, after this, I'm going to play another one. But I passed all the way out, I guess, which was awesome because I didn't have to aid myself to fall asleep after having taken that nap during the day that I don't even know how long it was. So all of those things helped and took my mind away. So now I'm awake. I feel good. I weighed myself. My weight went up again. I'm now 96 point something. I think yesterday I was 96 point something as well, but now more than I was yesterday. And as a matter of fact, I think I'm the same weight that I was yesterday, like afternoon, after having napped, which I guess it does make sense. And I'm noticing that, like, with this carnivore thing that I'm entering into, my weight does tend to be the same weight in the evening that it's going to be the following day. Usually you go down in the morning and up in the evening. But with this one, when you're up in the evening, that's the weight you're going to be tomorrow. Might as well record that weight. Which is so interesting. Like, why didn't it go up? Like, right? It's so interesting to me. I need to look that up. I thought I knew all there is about dieting, but I stand corrected because this way of life is so different from anything else. You don't count your calories, apparently, allegedly. People are like, you eat 2 fats to every protein. How do you know? I mean, how do you know if you don't count your calories, right? Anyway, I measured myself yesterday. My waist was about 37.5. This is not without me tucking my stomach all the way to the back, okay? Which I loved. I think for a long time I was at like when I was not my lowest was up to like 31, but I wasn't doing like a healthy diet. I was doing, some loophole stuff. So I don't consider that like really my goal weight or my lowest weight. It was fun to be that tiny, but I knew that it was not an honest way to get to. So I think I was 33, which I loved. Being 33, it was like, you're basically 32. Which that was always growing up, like anyone who's size 32, I think that's size 8. That's awesome size. So I was like basically size 9. Oh yeah, 32 and size 9. Yeah, because I remember trying on a size 9 on a thing that was, I think, true to size, I believe. And I was like, wow, 1 digit. I never thought, like I always thought like size, if you don't fit into an 8 and you fit into a 10, you're double digit. But I never thought of like a 9. You know what I mean? It's like a loophole to make you feel nice. So there was like a size 9 pair of jeans that I fit into. Was it new? No. But I believe that was true to size. I don't know, for some reason it made sense. Even though like now, basically I think I'm more of a size 38 up top and maybe 36 in the bottom on a good day. Otherwise, basically I'm 38. I guess maybe 37 to give myself a break. Even so, I literally this morning I tried on a size 8 Eva Mendes blouse. Kind of fit into it, and I've been kind of fitting into it for a while, even when I was a little bit bigger, before Carnivore. And I don't consider myself a size 8 because that's crazy. So I tried on this. So this morning I went up again, and I'm now even closer to the weight that I started at before the water weight. When it came out when I started. I don't know how much water weight needed to come out of me when I was basically on a carnivore diet all along. Just not necessarily high fat. I was eating, I was doing like 20 to 50 grams of carbs. And the carbs are like in coffee creamer. So that's, you know what I mean? It's not like I'm eating bread, but I guess carbs are carbs. And it's a 0 carb coffee creamer, but that's whatever. So all of that, right? So I then, because my stomach's been since yesterday, feeling nice and flat, I tried on, yesterday morning I did try on like 2 pairs of shorts. And one of the pairs, which at one point was falling off me before, now I feel like I need to lose 1 dress size for it to fit. And, it's one of my bigger, it says 38 on it. So this morning I tried on the very same shorts again. And it fit me today. I didn't have that muffin top thing going on. My stomach is really like nice and flat, so that felt good. Of course, that probably has to do with pooping and maybe what you ate and bloatedness and that kind of thing. I carry a lot of my weight in my midsection, as they say, like apple shape. The arms need to go. The boobs need to go down. The torso, the whole torso, stomach. My waistline is getting smaller because I think the bloat is like going away and the swelling, puffiness or whatever. So that helps, but we still have the extra stomach that's hanging in the bottom. If you're wearing a skirt, you can maybe get away because it's like, if it's not a straight skirt, you can get away with it. Because as long as it fits in the waistline, the rest, if it's A-shaped or flare or whatever, or pleated. But if you're wearing jeans, the waist will fit and you look nice and good around that stomach area. But then you have that extra stomach that's around here. So when you try to zip it up, the zipper won't go up. You know what I mean? So we got that situation going on. I tried on a pair of pants. It used to be loose before. I think I was able to just put on those pants with the zipper on before. I never really wore them anywhere. They were next door. So I washed them recently, maybe last month. They still haven't been put away. There's nowhere to put clothes. I have to make room. Then, which means I probably have to get rid of some clothes. But, oh my gosh. I just want to like maybe wear the things once. I have to like wear a lot of the things that fit me now quickly. Take photos before they get big. But I'd much rather they get big before I wear them than anything else. That's more important. Anyway, so I measured my waist again. Yesterday I was like 37.5. So I did so again today and it said 36.5. This is all obviously with me tucking all the way and no breathing allowed. And it went down by 1 inch since yesterday. I don't think that that's like a real life situation. I think it's more of the fluctuations that happen. But does it feel nice? Yeah, because it means if I were to go somewhere today, I could wear something that was tight yesterday. I could get into that today and look better in it today. So I'll take it. That was very encouraging. The plan today was, because I am bugged by the weight, even though, I'm following a way of life that I shouldn't be weighing myself. I'm just so trained or brainwashed. So hopefully with time, the more I fit into clothes, regardless of how much I weigh, even if, let's say, right, I become 33 inches around my waist again, and my weight is 100 kilograms, I can be swayed. Are you kidding? From 38, actually from like 40, 41, I want to be honest. It's hard to be, when you've been lying to yourself, now you have to give the honest number so that it really looks as big of a difference as it really was. It's hard because you're lying to yourself all along. It's just like, that's why people have to do. That's why people do before photos. It helps. Or they log things. I'm just not motivated to do that right now. Anyway, so I put on, so like I said, I can be swayed. I don't mind telling people I weigh 220 pounds if I am a size 8. Like, right? Because that's all. They will just think you're lying about your weight. But if you weigh much less than you look, they'll look at you like, okay, sure, Jen. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, so today I was like, because of all this weight and whatever. And I was doing a lot of research and just consuming a lot of content, trying to find out, like, how do you weigh less? And everyone's like, don't. And I'm like, what do you eat? Basically, the solution from everybody on the internet is eat until you're full. It's the worst diet when it comes to being guided. If you want to guide, the diet is you eat fat as a primary source of food and protein as a secondary, and you drink water and put salt in your thing. That's the diet, basically. If you can handle it, you can eat eggs and maybe bake. Beef. But if you can handle it, you can add bacon, maybe as a snack. If you can handle it, you can eat dairy, but you will likely gain weight. So I've been eating cheese the last couple of days. I did feel a little bit. I felt kind of, not bloated, but there was some tightness in the stool when I came to the bathroom in the morning. But then it got loose soon enough. So I suspected the cheese because I had like 4.5, 5 helpings of cheese. Then I probably will benefit from throwing the cheese away. But when I saw myself that I did better on the measuring yesterday and today with all the cheese, I was like, you know what? just enjoy these things for the last time. Because apparently with time, I'm going to not even crave some of the things. And I feel like I'm in like in a grieving period, like a mourning period, right? Of the things that I love. My unhealthy relationship with food. Talk about trauma bonding. Anyway. So I was like, let's have creamer. The plan yesterday was to have ground beef only all day with salt and no tea, no creamer, nothing else. Just ground beef with salt and water. But when I realized my stomach feeling nice and whatever, I was like, nah. I mean, it looks like it might be kind of working. So let's just finish these creamers and drink them and whatever, which is kind of why I bought them. I knew that already when I was doing grocery shopping that I probably shouldn't even, especially knowing that I don't do well with creamer anyway, with dairy. But like just 2 tablespoons of creamer per day. Come on, give me a break. So I was like, just for the last time. And I grabbed them. And I feel like I deserve that. Come on, right? So I go up to 20 grams, including the burger patties from Walmart that apparently have 5 grams of carbs per burger. So I've been eating all of that with the cheese, which has some carbs and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, give me a break. Let me just finish all of this. Of course, the cheese was free, but it's cheese, and I kind of did want to buy it, but it got complicated, and I ended up getting it for free. I feel like the universe made it so. So anyway, I think next time I go grocery shopping, I'll do a different job, and maybe it'll feel more like, I guess I'm easing my way into it versus going cold turkey, because I really don't feel like throwing away my food that I'm never going to eat again. Probably, just slowly, instead of drinking a gallon of tea with 8 tea bags, maybe even up to 10 per day or more, because sometimes I'll do another gallon, especially in winter. Instead of doing all of that, I'm just doing 2 tea bags. The other day I did 2 tea bags twice, but normally I've been doing 2 tea bags of tea only per day. That's a big change. Give me a break. Right? Anyway, so yeah, I did text my this morning that I was thinking about and the stuff that was traumatizing me yesterday. And I was like, I didn't specify that. I just said, I hope that it's found healing. At first, I sent a voicemail saying I'm inspired by the fact I moved on from all the things because I'm still dealing with the things that happened to her. That shows how strong she is. And I thought, what if actually not strong and is suffering? So I didn't send that message and I sent one. This is the one that I told you about. So that's it. Let me go.